Did Christopher Columbus really know that America already existed, and were Muslims there long before him? What you're about to hear might completely change the way you look at history. The story of knowledge about lands beyond the Atlantic is much older than 1492. Let's travel back to the 1st century of Hijri, during the era of Caliph Umar. A scholar known as Imam al-Shabi made an extraordinary statement, recorded by Abu Bakr al-Halal. He mentioned that there are people who live beyond the darkness, beyond the known lands, and that their distance is similar to ours. He described lands rich with resources, mountains filled with gold and silver, and people who were believers. When we look at geography today and measure the distance beyond Al-Andalus across the Atlantic, the numbers are surprisingly close. How could he have known this so many centuries ago? Now move forward to the 3rd century Hijri. The famous historian and traveler Al-Masudi wrote about daring sea voyages across the Sea of Darkness, what we now call the Atlantic Ocean. He mentioned explorers who sailed west and returned with stories of a new land. This was centuries before Columbus. In 1154, the great geographer Al-Idrisi produced a world map showing a remarkably advanced understanding of global geography. Muslim scholars at that time already believed the Earth was round, and their maps reflected a broader world than Europe acknowledged. There are also accounts from Muslim Spain describing young sailors from the region of Al-Andalus who crossed the ocean and returned with news of unknown lands. Some reports even claim they encountered people who spoke Arabic. If true, that suggests Muslim presence or contact long before European expeditions. Then comes the fascinating story connected to the West African Empire of Mali. In 1324, Mansa Musa traveled to Egypt on his famous pilgrimage. During that journey, he spoke about his predecessor, Abu Bakr II. According to historical records, Abu Bakr gave up his throne in 1311 to lead an expedition across the Atlantic. Hundreds of ships were reportedly prepared for the voyage. This was nearly 200 years before Columbus set sail. Some researchers argue that certain cultural and metallurgical similarities between West Africa and Native American civilizations may point toward contact. In 1564, the French created a map of Florida that included place names resembling Moroccan and Andalusian cities. Coincidence or trace of earlier settlements? Even more intriguing are references in the diary of Christopher Columbus himself. In his 1493 entries, he described seeing structures in Cuba that reminded him of mosques and noted the appearance and dress of some local people. While interpretations vary, these lines have fueled ongoing debates. In the 20th century, documents linked to Spanish noble families surfaced, purportedly containing descriptions of lands across the ocean written before Columbus's voyage. Some interviews and documentaries have revisited these claims, questioning the mainstream narrative. And then there is the famous 1513 Piri Reis Map discovered in Turkey in 1929. The map shows parts of the Americas with striking accuracy for its time. Even modern researchers were surprised at its detail. How did a 16th century Ottoman admiral have access to such precise information? So the question remains, who truly discovered America? Was it Columbus, or were there earlier Muslim explorers whose stories faded from dominant history? The evidence, scattered across maps, manuscripts, and travel accounts, continues to spark curiosity and debate.